Okay, next video is on Daily Parsha Insight. We are holding in Parshas Bamidbar. We'll discuss preparation for war. So a verse in this week Parsha, chapter 1, verse 46, it says, Vayu kol hapikudim 600,350. The sum of the tallies was 603,550. The idiom the Torah uses for take a census is raise the heads. Nosoi esoish. Raise the heads of those being counted, since the purpose of the census was to conscript the people for battle, to enlist the people for battle. This indicates that in order to overcome the enemy, the army must always feel above it. That's a famous vote of the Rebbe, teaching of the Rebbe. When you go to war, you have to remember that you are alei vecho, you're already in a position that you have an advantage over them and supremacy over your enemy. So similarly, God conscripts us daily to battle the spiritual desolation of our material world. In order to overcome this enemy, we must always feel above it. Therefore, the first daily fundamental directive of the Shulchan Aruch, the Code of Jewish Law, is when it comes to fulfilling God's will, we must not be embarrassed by scoffers. Al yevush mipnei maligim. Do not be embarrassed by scoffers. This includes external scoffers, those who try to mock us for our dedication to our ideals, and our inner scoffer, the evil inclination. Only in this way we can proceed to fulfill God's will for us throughout the rest of the day, thereby actualizing each day's spiritual potential to the fullest. That's on today's portion, Parshas Bamidbar for Monday. And there's another pasuk. Midrash Rabbah is discussing this pasuk in chapter 3, verse 6. Draw close the tribe of Levi and present them before Aaron, the Kohen, so that they may serve him. Why did the tribe of Levi merit to be drawn closer to God's service than the other tribes? Because of their faithfulness to God at the time of the golden calf. It's known that the tribe of Levi did not get involved in the sin of the golden calf. A verse states, the righteous flourishes like the palm, Tzadik Atomo Ifroch, as a cedar in Lebanon he grows, Kieres Balvonon Iske, planted in God's house, Shesulim Beveis Hashem, planted in God's house, in our God's courtyard, they will flourish. That's written in Psalms chapter 92, verse 13 and 14. So the tribe of Levi blossomed with good deeds like a flourishing palm, and they merited to become tall as a cedar and to be planted in service in God's house, the Beis HaMikdash. So all the priests were serving in the Beis HaMikdash. Why are the righteous compared specifically to a palm tree? Just as a palm tree's shade appears at a considerable distance from its trunk, similarly, the true reward of the righteous is at a considerable distance. It can be given to them only in the era of redemption. Ruchim Tiu, we'll shortly learn Ein Yaakov.